Hey guys, this is John, live from Las Vegas, and welcome to the free video. So we're going to look at a couple of things here. First of all, the spiders. Now, of course, we've had a pretty amazing rally here on no volume. So take that for what it's worth. But regardless of this, and this is interesting because this is a divergence, meaning that this rally is suspect. But even with divergences, you wait for a trigger. So I'm not shorting this in any way, shape, or form. I would want to see some kind of an island reversal. I would want to see a break, of the high of the low bar. So what this yellow bar represents is the 52-week high. So at this point, we got to at least get there. I mean, if we go and we look at the Qs, we're making new highs, right? And I think today the NASDAQ actually closed above its 2000 bubble high. So I'm just looking for that to play catch up. And if we look at IWM, it's obviously got a lot of catching up to do. So, and it's got a squeeze developing. So the main thing here is that there is no use trying to dig in and figure out what's going on with this kind of market. You just go with the flow. And for me, the market is above the 21 period moving average, so I buy pullbacks until it closes below the 21 period moving average, okay? Right now, my favorite short-term trade is Google, and very simply, I'm just looking for Google to take out this high. So you can see the high here is $752.50, and I'm just looking for it to go through, maybe go up to $755. So that's a short-term trade. In this market, I've set my sights small. I'm not looking for big moves, but I'm looking for high probability moves. And the idea that Google can take out its all-time high and go to $755 makes a lot of sense, okay? And let's see. And I think even if we look here, no, there's not I thought there was a squeeze here on the 39-minute chart. Well, there was like on the hourly chart, but either way, that's what I'm looking at. Also, Amazon here has been kind of interesting. You can see there's a squeeze developing on the hourly chart. I'm assuming that's on the 78-minute chart as well, just starting. So that bodes well for a little bit higher as well. And then last but not least, well, Netflix is what I've been watching. I'm not as enthused about Netflix, but this is a stock that's been holding up pretty well. And I'm not gonna fight. My biggest mantra is I wake up every morning and just go, I'm not gonna fight anything in this market. I'm not gonna fight anything, okay? All right, so what I'm doing here, because I'm not expecting big moves, like I'm not looking for gargantuan moves, right? So I'm doing diagonals. So I'm buying, here's Netflix. So I'm buying the in-the-money calls that expire next week and then selling calls at about the expected move, maybe a little inside, that expire this week. That's a diagonal, and in a perfect world, what happens in this case is that Netflix, we end the week at $111.50. The 112 call expires worthless, and I keep the 106 call, and in fact sell and turn it into a vertical debit spread. And if not, obviously, if it just goes and blows through 112, that's fine. Obviously, it's a capped gain, but it still works. And of course, there's always the risk that it just goes down, and you risk I'd risk about half the debit paid there. So that's what I'm doing on Netflix. The other trade here is I'm bearish on the euro. I like the euro lower. We got the Jan puts on FXE. And then for those of you that are futures traders, you could also do /6E, which is the euro. So you can see here I just shorted one contract, 110.03. We're here, so got a little bit of profit there. But I'm also selling, i.e. option trade, I'm selling the 110 calls. So I'm making a bet here that at the end of the week, we're going to close below 110, and I get to keep all this premium. So we'll see how that works out. And then for Google, I'm taking a little bit more of an aggressive stance. I think we can get a quick move to 752, 753, and I would dump 90% of this position and then hold on to a runner. So you can see on the euro, you can see that big old squeeze sitting there, and I'm looking for, that's the 21-day lows, but I'm looking for it to push to the yearly lows and potentially beyond. All right, that's what we got. For those of you that are going to be in Las Vegas at the Mandarin Oriental, looking forward to seeing you here. We started our class on Thursday, and you guys have a fantastic evening, and we'll see you at the next update.